Show. I'm Chris.
And I'm Des.
I'm saying Chris like that because in the last episode I couldn't say Chris. And
Yeah, the consonant.
and we are here to talk to you about the new Hulu FX Hulu combination show called Mrs. America, starring Kate Blanchett and Rose Byrne. And what's the girl from Orange is the New Black? Uzu Aduba?
Aduba, yeah.
And so it's about the women's movement and specifically about the ERA, the Equal Rights Amendment time of going on. Des, what do you think?
So it's set in the 70s, the early 70s, late 60s,
70s,
right in there. And it is, first of all, it's this kind of period piece in that it's set in that time frame. So everything is so interesting. The costuming, all the props and all the things, like it seems pretty authentic in how they're portraying that time period. And really in the writing of the story, as they're conveying how these women think and how they process and how they kind of just do what they have been doing, that especially after the Me Too movement, it is much more revealing how women have been just going along with whatever the men in their lives are leading them to do without much processing about whether or not that is good for them or their family or whatever. And so it's so interesting. And so Kate Blanchett plays this woman who's pretty powerful, really intelligent woman, very knowledgeable.
Phyllis Schlafly.
Yeah, and she starts as someone who's knows about the nuclear things and all that stuff, and then she transitions into other stuff. I can't wait. It's another one where I can't wait to see the rest of them. Excuse me. It seems like a really high quality production, and I'm just very excited that something of this caliber is just on television now these days to watch. I mean, I think it's something in the past that would have been a huge movie or would have been a series or something like that, but this is great. What do you think?
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Like, it, even just the look of it feels like, ooh, this is high quality, top notch kind of, okay, we're making, and if it's FX and Hulu, that means Disney's the one flipping the bill for it. So maybe that is why it is doing so well, right?
Yeah.
And if you get Kate Blanchett to sign on to anything,
you're fine.
You're going to be just fine. She is so good as Phyllis Schlafly, who, was kind of I read this article about like what they got right about her, what they got wrong about her. And she really is, the person who's against the equal rights movement, and that's her goal in this women's movement thing. And so she's going to come up against, Gloria Steinem in that debate about equal rights amendment. And so I really liked it. Just for a second, we got to see Tracy Ullman as Betty Friedan too.
Oh yeah,
I love Tracy Ullman, so I'm excited for her to.
Tracy Ullman's amazing.
To do some more, yeah, she's so good. And I also Jean Triplehorn, who plays she plays Kate Blanchett's sister-in-law, who's like older and not married. I love that they added that character in there because it really does show a whole nother side. Like, Phyllis Schlafly is a super intelligent woman who is a stay-at-home mom. She's kind of also running for Congress, but she's a stay-at-home mom also, and likes the conservative views of what that means. And then you have Gloria Steinem on the other side, obviously, who is pushing for a different type of, woman. And then you have, this other character, Eleanor is her name, Eleanor Schlafly, and she is another type of woman. Like, I'm independent and on my own, but it wasn't necessarily because I wanted that. It was because I didn't get married, and that's how my life turned out. But I still am conservative, but single, and so it's all these different types. And I love, again, like we're talking about, not just like here's this one view of it, but it's like now we all have these, differing views of what is right for women. And the thing is, there's so many women that there's lots of different views on what actually is right and what. Right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And so again, it's an amazing cast: Tracy Ullman and John Slattery, Margot Martindale, and Uzo Aduba, and Elizabeth Banks and Rose Byrne and Kate Blanchett. I just can't say enough great things about all these people.
I can't wait.
And Kate Blanchett she's good. She's always good. I'm so biased though, so I love her.
She is really good.
Yeah, she's
really
really
for sure.
Yeah, so Mrs. America on Hulu. Check it out. We've seen the first episode, and I think we're gonna finish it, right? Keep watching for sure. So let us know what you think. If you finished it and you loved it, or if you finished it and you hated it, or whatever you're feeling.
Okay, so there's 4 episodes out right now. Are there more coming out, or is it 4 total, and that's all there is?
No, there's gonna be 9 total.
Okay, so even better. So get on board now, and it'll just keep rolling out. Yeah, for sure.
The last episode comes out May 27th. So from now until May 27th, you can catch up and then be ready for the finale of it, because it's really good. It is really good. Yeah. Okay. Let us know what you think. Bye.
Bye.